Today it is all about ratios. Now ratios are just a comparison of two or more quantities, and there's three ways that we show the ratios. We can use the word 2 and we say 7 compared to 12, or we can use a colon, 7 to 12, or we can use the division bar, 7 to 12. Now my preference usually is to use the colon because it looks very different than what a fraction is. Now keep in mind, a ratio is not a fraction. Now when we look at ratios, there's two types of comparisons we can make. We can compare a part to a part, or we can compare a part to a whole. So here's an example. Say we're in a science classroom, and we have 5 turtles in the classroom and 7 frogs. And they might ask us to compare the number of frogs compared to turtles. Well, I have 7 frogs compared to 5 turtles, so I could write it as 7 to 5, or 7 colon 5, or 7 compared to 5. Now, keep in mind, ratios are not fractions. So this is not an improper ratio. It's perfectly okay to have the bigger number on top, the smaller number on bottom, and we just leave it like that. There's no mixed numbers in ratios. Now, if we were going to compare the part to the whole, that means we want to know frogs compared to the entire amount of animals we have in the science room. Well, I still have 7 frogs, but if I add the two amounts of animals, 7 plus 5, I get 12. So my part to my whole would be 7 compared to 12, 7 to 12, or 7 to 12. Now, often we're going to find our ratios in word problem form. So we'll get something like this. Sam is packing fruit boxes. For each apple he packs 3 plums and 5 oranges. If he puts 3 apples in a box, how many plums and oranges will Sam also put in the box? Now this is really easy to do. If we know our apples are 1 compared to 3 compared to 5 with our plums and oranges, and we want to know if we have 3 apples, we think to ourselves, how did we go from 1 to 3? Well, we multiplied by 3. And whatever I do on one part of my ratio, I have to do the exact same thing to the other parts of my ratio. So if I did 1 times 3 to make 3 apples, then I have to do 3 plums times 3 to make 9 plums, and I have to do 5 oranges times 3 to make 15 oranges. So if he packed 3 apples, he had to also have packed 9 plums and 15 oranges. That's all there is to ratios. Now it's up to you. Go have some fun with math.